Hello there, I'm the Biz Manager and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. Now, today I don't think we have a ultra urgent mission to accomplish. Other, we have small tasks that would benefit us if they were done. Now, on our colony, other than a few improvements here and there, I think we are good to go. I would like to get this rocket resupplied. We are on the process of doing that, because I would like to send a team of dupes back to this planet over here, where we are going to collect more uranium ore that we have available to us. Look at all of the uranium that we can get without interfering with the betas. That would be just freaking tastic. Over here on the ice planet, we might come back just to resupply something here and there, but dupe present over here is not exactly required for now. This could be improved, but we don't have any more resources, at least for now, so I'm just going to leave it be for the time being, especially because I think it is time for us to start thinking about going to another planet. There is still 4 planets that we have not visited. We have this one, the Rigolazon, which is the regolith planet, where you're pretty much just going to find regolith and some water. Not exactly interesting. This one, however, pretty interesting. We have another marsh biome where we are going to be able to find slime. Let's oversee the planet. Yeah, we are able to find slime, which is a resources that we don't have right now because we used it all to produce mushrooms. So yeah, a few more mushrooms coming our way. I think that's not a terrible idea. Besides, in this planet, there is also something pretty useful over here, I'm pretty sure. But of course, the resources also available over here are nothing to to laugh at. Natural gas, hydrogen and tungsten, three things extremely useful. Of course, that we also have the Niobium volcano over here, which, you know, we have time. We don't need to go over there. I really don't feel like drilling into magma today. So yeah, and we have the gassy moose planet. Oh shit! I think they are all dead. Really? Oh. Okay. Apparently, all the gassy moose have been annihilated. That sucks. Oh well. It is what it is. But in any case, we are not going to go in there anyway. Like I said, first we are going to go to this planet, collect a few more resources, and then if we have time we'll start preparing a journey to the Yucky planet to collect some more resources there. Well, there is something interesting going on over here. It is the second time that the game deletes a manual airlock in this position. The first time this got deleted, I just thought to myself, maybe, you know, I pressed the deconstruction button by accident, and I deconstructed that without even realizing it. You know, something that can happen, right? It's not unheard of. But this time, I am sure, because, you know, it is in the same position. There is no resources over here. I'm pretty sure this door is... well, this door is not locked, so it was possible for the dupes to deconstruct it. But still, just saying, some shenanigans are afoot over here. Now, I have a very interesting question for past me. Why do we only have 2 rockets in space right now? Why ain't my entire fleet go... Okay, I'll take care of that. First, why... Yeah, okay, I remember. Sorry, my friends, I just stuffed my face so hard on this Christmas that I probably forgot my own name. But yeah, I remember now that we are in a morning phase. That's why my mining rockets are stopped. But that was last episode. This episode, things are different. First, I want to get rid of this freaking chlorine. I don't even know how you got in here, but you know what? Get out of here. Now this thing should eat up and turn into gas by itself and just go into space, and we are not even going to care about that. What we are going to care is calling in 2 trucker dupes to take these rockets and go mine us some stuff. However, I'm going to verify very carefully that everything is up in order to make sure that no one dies in space this time. Alright, my friends, it is time to launch these 2 rockets, but Speaking about Christmas, I sure hope that you guys had a wonderful, wonderful Christmas. It is a unique time of the year, so yeah, the destinations are set. I'm going to send this one to grab me some obsidian and iron. I'm running low on obsidian, so always a good idea. And I'm going to send this one. Nope. I'm going to send this one all the way over here because this resource patch has resupplied. So I want to get that uranium ore. Always very useful. So let's go and set up these things to launch, and I kind of want to see what is going to happen to this bottle of chlorine. I think it's going to be pretty funny if my dupes decide to launch the rockets. That is, here we go. Please explode. Please explode, come on. Really? A bottle of chlorine being blasted with exhaust gases from a rocket still doesn't explode in a massive cloud of chlorine. Disappointing, and we now have discovered that petrol engines apparently have more acceleration than hydrogen engines, which they don't. It's, you know, just because that one launched first, but still, I like to imagine these rockets are like cars, and whenever we launch two rockets at the same time, the dupes are drag racing. But, oh well. Alright, my friends, because we are going to do some mining, I'm going to send Mima and Joshua into the gold planet. Now, there is an interesting thing that I notice. If we go, let me see if I can find it. Here we go. For example, this rocket, as we can see, has two tiles on the top part, and this one, not this one over here doesn't. I was for the longest time confused about this, but I think I know what happened. We need to remember that I started this playthrough before the radiation patch, where radiation became that much of a problem. Right? Let's acknowledge the warnings. This is just the oxygen. I don't care about that. Well, I care about that. I just don't care about the few milligrams that we have missing. But as I was saying, this is due to the unreachable. This is due to the radiation patch, right? I'm pretty sure the devs added this little protection over here because now in space radiation is super strong, 250 rads, and just one thingy will only block 59% of radiation, so it's still kinda dangerous inside of the rockets. But if you go over here into these ones, there is a small area of very low radiation, which I assume is where you should put your bed and, you know, other important things like this mass table and stuff like that. This is all by coincidence, by the way. I didn't even notice this change. Just saying that I suppose this is why this is here, so that your dupes can spend the most amount of time inside of the rocket in a protected area. Wow, the dupes are already here! So quick! The journey between these two planets is extremely fast. You know what, my friends? It is time for you to do your job. Dig everything that you deem to be worth it. Okay, so the game is trolling me. I deleted the exhaust, deleted this. God damn it, do I have anything that I can get rid of in here? Anything made of igneous? This is made of igneous, but it's not a lot, right? How many? 4 tiles. 4 tiles, really? Can I make this work with 4 tiles? Because I can't even deconstruct these things, because let's say I deconstruct one of these to get those resources, the resources drop on the floor. That sucks! Yeah, I can get it done with just a little bit. So let's go back inside, let's figure this one out. Yeah, this. It's only carrying... What? Holy freaking Jesus! You brought all the Atmos suits in the colony, really? Ah... oh my god, really? Thank you! Like, I kinda just want to have 5 suits in here, because that's usually the amount of suits I need for the time they are around this place, right? So I set this one up to 1000 kilograms, because each suit weighs 200 kilograms. But no, you're just going to take all of them, okay? Sure thing, game. Thank you so much. That is indeed fan-freaking-tastic. Okay, my friends, so I think that Otto had enough training to go around. He probably has a few skill points waiting. Can someone come over here and resupply this Atmos? Oh wait, we can't because the other guys took all the suits. Oh, yeah, almost forgot about that. Time to make another Atmos suit, because I already don't have enough. I'm pretty sure I don't have any Atmos suits to spare in here. Nope. So I will have to craft another Atmos suit, because I already don't have enough, so that Otto can come from this rocket, which is going to stay stationary for a little bit now. We have plenty of water, and I'm going to use the radiation rockets. We have plenty of radiation to go around, and I kind of want to use at least maybe this one to bombard this area with a few more radiant contaminants, because we are starting to quote-unquote run out of radiation to suck out of here. Because over time this thing starts to lose its radioactivity, right? So we want to, you know, somewhat often launch a radioactive rocket into space just to supplement that over here. This sensor is very, very useful, but we brought another artifact. What did we have this time? Mole Divide, a unique green stone from impact of a meteorite. Cool! Now let me just go inside and make sure that Nicola is going to wear the suit. And there we go. Finally, Otto got inside, even with the skill points in suit wearing. His athletics is still not the best. Cool. Now, where am I gonna send you? Nowhere radioactive, otherwise the stuff is not going into their proper place. Let's take a look. You know what? Some copper, it would be welcome right about now. We only have about 20 tons, so more copper is always nice. Plus, the artifact is already recharged over here, so that means we can collect 2 additional artifacts. So I think that's a good destination. Time to send it into space and verify how much the radiation is going to increase. Yeah, it went from 900 to 2000. That's what I was expecting, and this time the lead did not melt, which is just fantastic. Let's take a look at the temperature. Temperature-wise, it maintained itself at a reasonable temperature, so pretty cool. Okay, so over here, this rocket is completely full. That's cool, but this one is almost out of oxygen. So I think I'm going to send them both back home. This one obviously is going back home because, yes it is, but I'm going to send them at the same time because I want them to race each other. You know, dupes are allowed to have a little bit of fun. There is no space police in here. No one is going to get a ticket for speeding in here, and it would appear that our crew of miners at an early start, will they arrive first? Well, my friends, it would appear that the petroleum rocket is actually faster, but that's mostly due to the skills of Frankie, which I'm going to assume it's inside. Of course he's not, of course he's not. But yeah, Frankie is the better pilot, so he arrived first, even though this rocket had the he started first, right? They cheated. They didn't wait for the 3, 2, 1. They just went. They cheated, but they still arrived last. Serves you right. Okay, my friends, so as I was sending this rocket into space to go grab us more useful stuff, I noticed that this rocket is almost ready to go, which means we should go over here. What the hell? Okay, we should go... Things happen and I don't understand them. We should go over here, change targets to the new planet that we want to colonize, Eucara. I believe it's this one, just double check. Yep, it is this one. The one with the surprise mystery thingy over here, that we definitely don't know what it is. But we are not going to go over here for that. We are going to go over there for the resources available there. So I'm going to start bombarding that planet with useful stuff, like igneous rock and For now I just want the igneous rock to start working on a ladder and some steel to make a rocket platform. As per usual, during our colonization efforts, we first drop the rover. The rover does its thing for a while, we come back, we get another rover, we go once again, drop the second rover, and then we drop the dupe after it. To build the platform and start the colonization efforts. So with that in mind, it's time for me to... what do we have in there? Coal, it's going to be useful, so sure. It's time for me to start bombarding that planet. By the way, guys, I think the cost for changing, charging the interplanetary launcher and launching packages has increased, because I don't recall getting 60 Red Bulls constantly stuck in here. I think this was previously... I don't recall what it was, but I don't think it was 70 Red Bolts to launch a package. This is most unfortunate, especially because the storage on this thing is less than ideal. Like, yeah, once again, I can't be sure if they increase the cost, but if you're going to increase the cost, at least you could increase or tinker with the storage a little bit to make it more even, shall we say. Okay, so on this first mission to the Yucky planet, we are only going to send Gossman this time, because like I said previously, it's just with the objective of deploying the rover there. I just paused the game because I kinda want to launch today, so let's change to over here. Should be a relatively quick journey there, especially with the experience that Gossman has. Cargo transfer is just this thing, right? Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's probably it. Just launch the rocket and drop the rover there, please, Gossman. Uh-huh. 3 cycles. It's pretty okay. For a moment, if you saw there, the cargo capacity went a little bit crazy, but in any case, 3 days. It's a quick trip there just to drop a rover, then come back. It's just 6 days without Gossman. I think the colony can handle it. Okay, it would appear that Gossman has arrived in orbit. Now, before we go down, it is very important for me to verify which one of these has the obsidian on board. And the answer would be none of them, because the obsidian is still incoming. Yep. Okay. Okay. Is there any mineral that we can use over here? No, it's just yucky stuff. We have sedimentary rock over here. I think that is going to be fine. Let's land over here and collect this sedimentary rock. We can then build a couple of ladders over here and start to get all of these packages. Let me see, how tall is this planet? I believe we need 36 tiles, so we need to have... yeah, we need to have the rocket platform in this pit, otherwise it's not tall enough. Okay, so let's go back into space. Select not the trailblazer, the rover, and land it. Yeah, okay, over here is fine. Here it is, our robotic friend. Please dig those 2 tiles of sedimentary rock. There is a little bit more over here, so we might be able to dig down and collect that. We can dig down by doing this. Bam, we can do this, and then this, and then... there we go. And with this, we gain access to all of this material, which is going to allow us to build even more stairs. Ooh, check it out! We have a stethoscope over here, and some archaic tech over here as well. So we have a couple of artifacts that we can collect and send back home to analyze. Great, and I can only wonder, what do we have over here? Okay, so Otto is back. He's going to go from this rocket straight into this one. So let's go like this. Let's call in Otto. But the cool thing is this biolumini, whatever this says over here. Rock, a thriving colony of tiny microscopic organisms, is responsible for giving it a bluish glow, plus another office mug. You can't ever have enough of those. Let's collect that as well. Now, when it comes to artifacts, I am trying to collect the quote-unquote good artifacts, and I'm placing them in a museum over here. The coffee mugs, however, I kinda want to have a coffee mug collection by the end of this playthrough, so hopefully we'll be able to find enough coffee mugs to fill up all of these pedestals. Okay, my friends, so things over here are looking quite well. The stair is ready to receive the rocket. I just need to send a dupe to complete the rocket platform, which should be maximum priority once the dupe arrives. I already call in a crew and set in a destination. Acknowledge warnings, as per usual, this is the warning. The crew for this mission is going to be... Could you please move? Thank you. Lindsay and Nails, as per usual, this Nazi builder team that we are constantly counting on. But yeah, everything good to go this time. Fan-freaking-tastic. Launch the rocket and let's colonize that planet. Now, our objectives for this journey over here is going to be, well, discover this, set up some infrastructure like solar panels and power production and stuff like that. Try to collect as many resources as possible, although there is not exactly a lot of useful stuff, just gold amalgam and, you know, the slime as well. But other than that, I don't see too much useful stuff. Once we discover this, we'll discuss what we need to do with it. So let's just wait for the dupes to arrive. Shouldn't be long, I believe 3 cycles. Oh, and this time it's going to take a little bit longer. I suppose that Gossman is a better pilot than Nails and Lindsay. Well, it would appear that I had to come back, because I noticed that I've forgotten something. These dupes, they are always the same thing, always trying to ruin my day. I want, very, very please, only, and I mean only, 5 Atmos suits, if at all possible. Okay, so it would appear that the best way to do this is to actually put the number of suits that you want instead of the weight that they are going to have. So this time they only brought 5 Atmos suits as I requested, so slight improvement there. Well, it would appear that our builder dupes have finally arrived at the orbit of the planet. However, I'm not going to send them down right now. Let's wait for tomorrow. I'm pretty sure everything is ready over here to start building. The rover has just been busy opening up some packages, but for example, these packages over here, I'm not going to empty them because it is plastic and I want to melt that plastic. That would be a waste of resources, so we are going to keep them inside of the payload so they don't melt. Okay, so now we know we don't have to force a... let's go into the interior. We don't need to force, for example, Nails to go through the door. We don't need to do this, pretty much. Right? Before we select the trailblazer, because Nails is going to do this by herself, which is just fantastic. So let's just wait for this. In fact, Nails, go over here. Let's go into the star map. Select Nails for the trailblazer, and then let's deploy it. Where do I want to deploy this? I mean, here you can deploy right there. It's perfectly fine. Let's witness. Okay. Didn't Oh, it's deploying. Okay, okay. Here we go. Let's witness this moment. Always a beautiful moment when a dupe touches down on a new planet. There you go, Nails. Fan-freaking-tastic. Now build this with the maximum urgency, please. While we wait for Nails to build that, let's deploy another rover, because these things are always useful. And now that this is built, let's land the rocket right here. Hopefully let's not turn everything around us into sand immediately. That's why I'm building this insulated shield, even though it's not going to make too much of a difference. Truth be told, there is always going to be a little bit of a temperature bleed, so nothing I can do, really. Great. Now, can someone please submit a bioscan? Let's see what's behind door number 1. Alright, bioscan incoming, and we discovered none other than the Resin 3. Now, this thing, we need to feed it some food, calories, and this thing turns calories into resin, and then we can turn that resin into isoresin, which can then be turned into several types of insulation. However, you should be warned, don't send your dupes in front of the tree is going to attack them, so in fact, let's lock this one right now, so the dupes don't feel tempted to go in there. Now, we know that we need to feed the tree to get the resin, right? However, I don't think that we are going to, how should I put it, create any farms over here, at least for now. Because what I'm thinking on doing is we could go into our fridge, select anything from the 10 million calories that we have available to us, and just get rid of it, right? Like, for example, we have 5 million fried mushrooms. I'm pretty sure... oh, wrong planet. I'm pretty sure the tree is going to be quite happy to eat some of them. However, we just need to first clear this area without getting in front of the tree, obviously. We need to prep this area to start collecting the resin. We cannot waste a single drop of it. It's pretty valuable stuff. Then we need to create a sort of cooling loop, because I like to use the steam chamber of the cooling loop to transform the regular resin into isoresin. Reason for that is because well, the resin turns into isoresin at a very specific temperature. So I find that a steam chamber for a cooling loop tends to be the place where you most often find that temperature. So there is that. Let me just take care of this quickly. Nicola will go from one rocket into another, but he brought us a self-contained. A marvel of the cosmos inside this display is an entirely self-contained solar system. Pretty cool addition for our dupe museum, and we can even see the planets over here. Pretty nice. Now, always remember to clean out all the junk from there, including the water as well. Where is the polluted water? Over here. Here it is. Maximum priority so the dupes can get rid of this. I should also find a way to move around this, because I will have to seal off this area. The idea being that we want to do something like this, right? We want a pump on either side. You can even make small pumps, like for example, given that we are going to be using such a low amount of materials at a time, it might be even useful to use the mini liquid pumps. Then we are going to seal off this area over here, but I'm not going to do that right now. We are going to do one of these conveyor chute. Probably through here. Yep. One of these and one of these. Bam, bam, bam. Cool. Reason for this is quite simple, right? We want to drop food over here, however, we don't want our dupes to get hurt. Food will also spoil extremely quickly over here because of the polluted oxygen and the temperature. Holy Jesus, the temperature over here, it's quite hot. Huh, yes it is, I didn't realize how hot it was over here. In any case, it's going to spoil extremely quickly. So what we want our food to be delivered via interplanetary load. I believe this conserves the food at 100%. Then as it gets unloaded, right, it's going to pretty much just go from here into here automatically and quickly, and the tree is going to pretty much just devour it extremely quickly as well, not giving it any time to spoil and go bad on us, which would be pretty much a waste of materials, and we don't want to be wasting food as it costs resources to to grow. So yeah, let's try not to be wasteful, and at the same time let's try to be as automatic, quote-unquote, as possible. Okay, so now we are ready to close this off. Let's close this off, make sure that no liquids or other strange substances like this get stuck in here. And then all we need to do is to deconstruct that over there and, you know, bring some food over here, which is not going to happen in this episode. But at least we are one step closer to it. Now, given the limited amount of space that we have over here, I'm not going to work on the cooling loop just yet, this episode. I want to open up a little bit more space first. I'm going to drop this water over here. I already checked to see if there was any break in the abyssalite. There is not, so it is safe for us to drop our water over here. Because I think the cooling loop is probably going to be located around here, and given the temperatures that we have around in this planet, I think that a cooling loop is actually a great idea. Also, we have one volcano over here and two geysers over here, so we might just try and see what they are. Supposedly they should be either hydrogen or natural gas, the three of them, because the tungsten volcano is right there. We would have to get rid of the magma to get into the tungsten volcano, which is not going to happen anytime soon. Okay, so while our dupes are busy at the Yucky planet, I had one final exuberant idea that we could try to go for in this playthrough. I have this space over here available to me, and most of the times my life is made difficult by the trucker dupes, because, well, I have to go constantly into the colony, reselect their beds and their lavatories and all of that, and it's just plain annoying, you know. And I was thinking, these guys are the rock stars of this colony, right? They are the ones responsible for bringing all the most useful and needed materials for the colony. So I was thinking, maybe we could go for the most, how should I put it, expensive in terms of materials thing that I could possibly imagine, a lounge for our rocket duper, our rocket dupes. I would relocate some of the apartments over here so that the rocket tubes could sleep in the lounge. We would have a beautiful leisure room over here where we would take advantage of the sunlight to go and make use of these things. Where are they? The beach chairs, because the beach chairs give a lot more morale if they have bright light, which the sunlight counts as on, so you know, we could have our dupes having some sunbathing while actually under the sun and not one sun lamp. And yeah, I was just thinking, what can I spend all those minerals that I am getting on? I know, something useless, but at the same time, beautiful. So, one unfortunate puff has met its end, due to old age, I'm assuming, so how about we feed it to the tree? I mean, it's nothing much, but it is something, right? There it goes. Yummy, 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 yummy. Now, what? Already? Oh, interesting. Because the last time I played around with this thing, it would only expel resin at, I believe, 50,000 calories. It would hold it in place for a little while, you know. Once it reached the 50,000 calories limit, it would expel a quote-unquote large amount. Cool. Okay, that way we don't need to give it an a huge amount of food to get at least a little bit of resin. Very well, my friends, I believe the mission of our dupes over here is almost done. They are almost ready to come back home. The next journey over here will take care of the remaining things. And over here, I think that this is going to be the shape of the Rocketeer Lounge, let's call it like that. I'm going to put a window in every room so that our Rocketeers can gaze upon the starport. As the rockets come and go, they will always have the opportunity to witness such event. I still don't know how many rooms I'm going to give it, so I'll just increase as necessary. Of course that this is going to be extremely expensive on the drywall side, but well, that was to be expected. So hopefully I have enough materials to complete this, and unlike the unfinished rocket cell over here, unfinished because I don't want to finish it, because the setup that we have right now requires a vacuum because this is extremely hot and I don't want to pressurize this with an atmosphere. But yeah, unlike that, I kind of want to finish this, so hopefully I will have enough materials. But I think this is going to be all for today's episode. This cycle is almost up anyway, so with that said, guys, I hope that you have enjoyed this episode and that you are enjoying the series so far. If you are, please consider subscribing and help the channel grow. But in the meantime, this is the Base Manager signing out. Bye bye.